Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's pretty close to dark outside. There's a little bit of light left, but in another half an hour it'll be pitch dark. So I started out this morning in the dark, and I finished up in the dark. So the orders are all out up to 1,024. So that means that since I've opened this newest website, and I can't even tell you what month I did that, but earlier this year, I've had 1,024 orders since then. That's pretty cool, I thought. If I hadn't been in such a hurry, I would have celebrated the 1,000th order, but I had 1,000 other things going, so it wasn't really time. Now, I want to answer a few questions here, not a lot, but a few. Somebody asked how this pot made it through the dry baking, and other than me taking it off when it was hot and setting it on some green duct tape, you can see it had virtually no effect on the bottom of it at all. Now, if I'd gone with a much hotter stove, I think it might have messed up the bottom of this pot, but an M1 or an M2, no problem at all. And since this pot doesn't have a plastic liner in it, you don't have to worry about it doing anything to the inside of it either, unlike a beer can. So yeah, for dry baking, worked fine, no problem at all. I don't think you could even tell that it had ever been used for dry baking, other than a little bit of residual residue inside it that burned on a little bit with stuff touched aside. Now, somebody suggested, and I gotta admit, I toyed with this idea myself, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Taking a 10-centimeter pot, which is downstairs, and cutting it off and using it for a pan, and that would work fine. It would work great, but I just couldn't bring myself to slaughter one of those pots. They're too nice. But other people mentioned using a large cupcake. Those aren't, well, you could probably flatten them up. They're not really big enough. But somebody else mentioned using this lid and taking a piece of this and going around with that. That would work probably as well as anything. It doesn't take a lot to hold it in. Some people mentioned the little Table Talk aluminum pie plates. One of those would work. I'm kind of thinking that maybe just some heavy aluminum foil and just form it over maybe a 10-centimeter pot or something, because it doesn't take much, and use that. I think that might be the lesser of the evils, and just set it right on top of this. I'm thinking about selling this in the store too, just a strip of this for 25 cents or something, so you can have it without slaughtering a windscreen. Now, if you saw in some of the video before, I bought I was talking about I was going to buy, I wanted a Pathfinder for my lathe. I can't tell you, I'm not good with people's names anyway, but somebody emailed me a link to a place that sold one relatively cheap. It was not an expensive piece. And I ordered it, and you can see that I have it on the lathe, and I've been experimenting with it today. It was designed to be bolted right to the lathe, and I really did want to drill holes in the lathe and screw it, bolt it right on. It just, I don't know, just something about it didn't rub me the wrong way. I could have done it, but so what I did was I made an aluminum bracket to hold part of it. The other half of it, I just got it on with a C-clamp right now, but when I get caught up, I've got to make one aluminum bracket with a set screw in it to hold the rest of it, and basically that'll be it. That and one bumper, so my tailstock can't crash into it and crush it, and it'll be done. And you know, brought me into the 21st century, because I'm much more repeatable, much more accurate with that one piece. And I'll probably buy one for the other axis, the X and Y. We'll both have it when I get done. But for right now, that's fine. I don't really need a lot of technology. Now, also some of the parts that are redundant, that are used on several different stoves, like the top for the M3, 4, and 5 is all the same top. I'm probably going to send those out and have somebody CNC those 100 to a time or more. And maybe some of the parts. I've sent out the base for the M2 that has the trough in it to catch the alcohol. I've sent that out to a CNC shop in Canada, and the gentleman there is going to make those for me, quote me a price and send it back, and we will probably make those up 100 to a time, and I'll offer those in the store. And I might start putting those on the M1 and the M2, which it's a nice touch. And I may make it an option. Depends on the price more than anything. The lower the price, the more likely he is to get the contract to make those. I went to Shop and Save and picked up some more Just Add Water mixes here. I got, I don't know, 3 different kinds here, I think. Chocolate chip. Those will be fun, and I'll be doing some more baking videos as I catch up. But right now, the orders are. I built and then Beth and I shipped 26 orders today, and some of them while we were shipping, more orders came in, so I went back out and built those and came back in and shipped those. And as we were finishing up, more orders came in, so I'm at 1,024, and I'm sure there's probably a few more orders in the store. Now, I just restocked the store, too, to some degree, so, you know, I'll be buried again tomorrow. But I'm sure that'll lighten up later on. And as it does, I will catch up with things and change things around. I want to move into my new shop, but I can't do it right now. I'm just too busy, way too busy. It's really taxing me right to the limit, just to keep up to the point where I'm limiting the stock in the store pretty severely just to keep from getting in over my head. And I've been stocking the store on a daily basis rather than a weekly basis now to prevent that from happening. But I want people to realize that I really appreciate the orders. And the other people that have probably made fun of me, you have to realize that I spent 8 years building up this customer base and winning people's approval by building a quality product for the last 8 years, and that's the reason why this time of year I am so busy, is because I have all those people who want to buy from me and are willing to wait for the product to be in the store to just get their hands on it, because they prefer to buy the product from me because I've treated them well over the years and they've treated me well, and they've entered into the cult, and I'm really happy to have them. But I got way more customers than I got Tinny. That's the problem. And that's a good thing, but I will continue to stock the store daily. So if you don't see it in here today, it will be in there tomorrow in limited supply. First come, first serve. I'm not going to do the when you get this thing or will you hold this. No, I'm not going to hold anything for anybody, because that would just bury me. And so I'm not doing that. And you got to realize I ship all over the world, so, you know, it's just the way it goes. So I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, enjoy the great outdoors, and more important than anything, cook some great meals on your alcohol stoves, and try to have a really great day. Bye-bye.